As we've seen from our top story, schools across the region are finding themselves in the front line when it comes to coronavirus. Every day there are difficult decisions for head teachers.
The principal of Wymondham High Academy in Norfolk decided that a trip to Disneyland Paris should be cancelled just 2 days before pupils were due to travel. Today we got behind-the-scenes access to the school. This from our chief reporter Kim Riley.
Principal Jonathan Rocky addressing this morning's senior team briefing.
In terms of self-isolation update, we have actually the 2 remaining pupils awaiting test results have had their test results back now and they are negative. All others are now negative as well.
Parents are being regularly updated on the school's response to coronavirus. Today for discussion, a revised logging system for visitors, a contingency plan for summer exams and an ongoing debate over future school trips.
Under consideration now, week beginning the 9th of March, are those visits going out to Berlin, which happens on the 27th. And then we have Iceland later in the month. So we need to very seriously consider whether or not those visits are going to take place.
2 negatives times together is going to give you a positive.
In the classroom at this Year 9 maths lesson, some of the 47 pupils who should today have been on a maths live trip to Disneyland Paris. It's cost parents £550, but with just 2 days' notice, the principal ruled it had to be cancelled.
It's really disappointing because I've been looking forward to it for a really long time. So when we were told we couldn't go, I was really upset.
I think it's the right decision. I just think 2 days before it was just the wrong time, as we were all really excited for the trip.
You understand why it was done?
Yeah, the right reasons.
Obviously our parents have paid a lot of money for us to go, and for it to be cancelled 2 days before, after our excitement has been built up for over a year. So it's disappointing.
I completely understand the decision that Mr. Rocky made. It cannot have been an easy decision for him, and I was just glad that I wasn't the one making it.
Sharon Wilson's one of the on-site team operating an enhanced cleaning regime. School lockers, handrails and door handles getting extra attention every 3 hours in the bid to keep infection at bay. Kim Riley, BBC Look East, Wymondham.
Well, we heard from the principal, Jonathan Rocky, at the beginning of Kim's report. He describes the last few weeks as very challenging, but has no regrets about cancelling the trips to Paris. He says that school life goes on very much as normal.
The children, as always, are remarkably resilient. If you were to go out onto duty here today, you'd see no difference between what you would see on any other day. One of the concerns that a child raised with me on Friday at break time was, if we closed for 2 weeks, would they take that off the summer holidays? Which I said I wasn't aware of, but certainly something we would consider. So I think he probably regretted that comment.
But there have been visits already. I mean, you've had children go to northern Italy.
Mm-hmm.
How concerned are you now, in retrospect, that that's happened?
It certainly in part helped with the understanding when we have had to cancel a visit. Parents have understood because they've been informed on a daily basis of potential action, whether a visit might be cancelled or whether there has to be a change within the school. But given we are 14 days on, those concerns have now diminished from visits abroad.
Would you have preferred the school to close?
No, I don't think it would be the right course of action to close. The only way in which we would close would be to be directed by Public Health England in the first instance. It's certainly not a decision I would take unilaterally.
How much do you concern yourself with your role in the local community?
I think it's particularly when a national event such as this happens. I think you understand what a privilege it is, I think, to do the job. I will make a decision in the best interest of the children here within our school, but also be very mindful, for example, with the visits, be very mindful of children. If children are going abroad, could they then potentially come back infected with this particular virus, and the impact that could have on their families and the wider community.
What happens if there's a problem during examination time, or if somebody is self-isolating at that time?
We would take immediate advice from an awarding body. That could mean a change to timings of exams, but there are national implications because all children sit that exam at exactly the same time. So we would face significant difficulties there.
So you can give parents
I
an
would give parents
assurance that
absolute
actually
assurance.
no child
Absolutely.
will suffer.
Absolutely not.
Head teacher, thank you very much.
Thank you.